Hey guys, this is Ayana Fite from Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, and you're watching my interview on Fansite TV. Oh, I feel good. It's been, next month will be, it's October, right? Yeah, next month will be a full year since I had the surgery, so I'm pretty much 100% healed up. I still have like a little bit of scar tissue, but I'm pretty much 100% healed up. It's crazy because my breasts weren't a bad recovery at all. So when you get a breast reduction, you also have to get a lift. So he asked me if I wanted to get an implant for the lift, and I said like no, because you know they can bust. You gotta get them changed like every 10 years. They can get recalled. I didn't want to have to risk like having to get another surgery, so I asked if there was another option, because you don't want to get a breast reduction and still have saggy boobs. So he was like, well, we can try to find fat to put like fat in there so that you won't have to worry about getting an implant. So then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, good. But the problem is I didn't really have a lot of fat. So when he was trying, like he had to pull from multiple places because he didn't have like a one area to get fat from. So I guess because I was so small and like the rigorous lipo, that I felt like when I woke up, I felt like I got hit by a bus. Like literally that was like the worst part of the entire surgery. My breasts were fine. The fat that he pulled to put into my breast was literally the worst part of the surgery. And I do not know how people, because there are people out here that regularly get lipo. I don't understand how they do it, because that was painful. I couldn't move literally without like getting help, getting like pulled up and out of the bed for like almost 2 weeks. So my girlfriend had to take off work to pull me up and out of bed for like almost 2 weeks. But then like after like a week and a half, I was able to like walk around slowly. But yeah, it took like 2 weeks for me to be able to be like, all right, you can go back to work. I can walk around the house.
Like, I don't need you anymore, thanks, bye.
Yeah, basically. It was frustrating to constantly hear opinions on it, because I actually didn't care. Like I was at a point where I was like, well, I'm getting a breast reduction, so like,
just like,
like I don't care to hear you continue to talk negatively about it. But it's so crazy because after like now that like I'm fully healed up, both of them are like, you look amazing, you look so much smaller, like you just look so good. And I'm just like, but you gave me backlash all the way up to the surgery. Well, I would say do your research, because a lot of people just go like do like Google research and go like straight to that doctor, get a consultation and choose that doctor. No, I went to multiple doctors to see not just who like before and after pictures look the best, who I vibe with the most, because I had a couple of doctors that I just, in the consultation, we just weren't like vibing. I wasn't comfortable being myself around you. I felt like, so it's more than just like looking at before and after pictures. I have like a whole YouTube video about my breast reduction, like a whole questionnaire. Like a lot of people were asking me questions. So like if you go to YouTube and just type in like beauty with Bae, you can actually find that video. So if anybody that has like questions about like my personal experience, I can't give you medical advice, but my personal experience, I have a YouTube video about it, so they can watch that. It's going really good. I am in production of getting my second line done so that I can get that up online. This second line has been more fun than the first one, because the first one I created because I knew it would sell. Like I just made something, I was like, I know this will sell. But this collection is more of what I really wanted to design, regardless of what everybody thought of it or not. I went through a lot of different names trying to figure out what I wanted to call it. I landed on Cozy Closet because I wanted it to be feminine, sexy clothes that you're still comfortable in. I feel like when I wear like certain designers, I'm cute but I'm uncomfortable. And I wanted it to be like a balance of both, where you don't look cheap, because then we have some clothing lines that you get the clothes and they're comfortable but they look comfortable because they look really cheap. So I'm trying to mix high-end fabrics with still being comfortable.
Got it. That's a good.
So I like hand pick my fabric so that I can see it in person to make sure that it doesn't look cheap. Okay, I really love Alexander Wang because I feel like that brand incorporates sexy with sporty, which is kind of what my style is. I like to be sexy, but I also like to be sporty. Not full on Yeezy level, you know, like not full on like biker shorts and t-shirts and heels, like, but I do like to be sexy and comfortable. And then I would say another one, what is Versace, because they're just so colorful and they like take a risk and they don't care if people like it or not. Like, you can literally tell Versace when it's coming down the street. You can tell fake Versace when it's coming down the street too. Like, that's Versace inspired. I think the easiest part is actually making the designs, because that's the fun part. That's when you're like, ooh, I like this, I don't like that, ooh, add this to it. Like when you're actually like designing it, sitting down, brainstorming, putting it on paper. The execution is the hardest part, especially like me, when you don't necessarily know how to make the sample piece and you're relying on other people to bring your vision to life. So it can sometimes be frustrating when I'm giving you like a sketch, or I'm telling you what I want and it's not coming out exactly how I want it, because you're not me. So you don't know what's going on in my head. That's why I'm kind of like, I kind of want to take like classes or go to some type of trade school to learn how to make my own sample pieces, so that I can make my sample pieces and just take them to the factory and be like, this is exactly how I want it. So make it like this. My website is shopcozycloset.com. No, Brandon actually asked me to be on the show. He called me one day and was like, was I interested in it? And I was like, no. And then he asked again and I was like, no. So then I brought it up to my dad, and my dad was like, hell no, we're not doing no, you know, reality TV. My dad's very private. So then, you know, at that point we were set that the answer was no. So a couple of producers actually reached out to my father and I, and we still were like, you know, we already told Brandon no, we don't want to do it or whatever. I think that they were very convincing when they were like very persistent, and I think that's what made them want us even more, because I feel like a lot of people that they reached out to was like, yeah, we'll do it, absolutely. And my dad and I were like, we're not doing that. And they're probably like, oh, what y'all hiding that y'all don't want to do the show? So it was just basically like they wore us down to where we finally were like, yeah, we were like, as long as it's not like a situation like, you know, Love and Hip Hop, where they want us to be throwing drinks and smacking bottles over people's heads and stuff. And they're like, it's not that kind of show. Shania.
Okay, hands down, huh?
Hands down. Every season I get asked that question. Every season the answer is Shania. Are practical jokes there?
Like somebody's like always playing around, or like
Val.
Yeah. What's that something that he's done?
He's just always talking and cracking jokes, and it's like when we're filming, but it is a job. Like nobody wants to be filming all day. Like we don't want to be on set filming all day, or we out to eat and we at the restaurant for 5 hours because Bao want to keep playing around and they can't get the footage that they need. So it takes us forever to get. I know for a fact that when I do a scene with him, I'm gonna be there all day. I think that from me, it's more focused on my career and somewhat of my relationship, rather than last season. It was focused on my breast reduction. Now that I have gotten over that hurdle, I can focus more on my business. And I really do think that you'll see like it come to light, a lot of the things that I didn't know were involved in this business, and I'm kind of questioning if this is what I really want to do. So you'll get to see like my struggles as far as like my clothing line, and then trying to balance that with being in a relationship at the same time. Hey y'all, this is Ayana from Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, and you just finished watching my interview on Fansite TV.